Hi, welcome back to Guessagaingaming, playing Necromunda Underhive Wars. So, as I said, if you watched the last video, I'm going to play on a level up now. So there's the level up, and in the new level you get 4 gangs instead of the 3, so these 3 rival gangs. There's a purple gang now as well. And as you can see from the level point, which is the thing next to the gang name, they're all 4,500 and we're 4,072, so they're quite a bit higher. I'm not quite convinced that they're all 4,500 because in the last level the other gangs all had different, because the culmination of those points is the culmination of the people in your gang, and they can't really all be the same, so I'm not quite sure about that. But anyway, we won't know till we do it. So at the bottom there's a thing saying abandoned sector, so if this is way harder than it should be, bearing in mind we're 500 points below them, then after this mission I can always abandon. But once you start a mission you can't stop, so it is what it is. Another thing I did in the off time while I was setting up is I created, in the when you can hire a new gang member, you can also hire later on, not at the very beginning, you can hire a new gang leader, not to replace the one you have, but to have more than one, so you've got more than one to go into each conflict, each mission, in case somebody gets injured. The only problem with that is, and I found this out playing a different group, is that you can't start your new leader from a higher level. When you recruit other people, you can start them from different levels up, depending on how much you want to pay, but the leader comes as just a leader and you have to self-level. So you can either promote one of the people in your gang to be a leader, or you can recruit a new leader. So I have to level up our new leader at some point, but this is not that moment. It might be later, because I have not played this level, so I don't know whether it's going to be really hard, whether that 500 makes a huge difference, those points, or whether it's not. So we will see. And as the other level was, you don't know if all the gangs are going to go to the same level. I don't know if these levels are bigger. Well, one's gone somewhere else, that's something at least, and the other 2 came here, so it's going to end up being similar to okay. So it's going to end up being similar this mission to some of the others, so we're going to have 2 rival gangs. Now, as you can see on the right, where they've got their entry, they've got we've got 4,072 and they've got 3,883, 3,920. So what I'm guessing is that their possible total is 4,500, or maybe that's just a rough estimate of what that gang should be or could be, because now they're all slightly less than us, so that's good. I feel more confident already, kind of. I just took a random selection of the high level gang members I had on this mission, because it was impossible to know exactly what I'll be facing, because I don't know whether this level they've got any different weapons, or they're just slightly higher levels, and obviously there's another gang. I don't know whether that gang is going to be from a different house, or so until I see it I won't know. I don't even know if the levels are going to look pretty similar, or whether they're going to be slightly different or bigger. I'm going to guess I don't know, you'd assume at some point they need to be a little bit bigger, because if they keep being more gangs, the further up you go, then even the big levels we've been playing here wouldn't be big enough. But we'll see. Okay, Vault Fortress sounds familiar. Doesn't look bigger or different. Okay, I've played in a level like this before, so this is a level where there are loot caskets, but they're just random things you get, pickups. So the only thing you're really going for is that, which is the salvage casket, which is a little bit problematic because everyone's going for the same thing. So it's fine. But what you probably want to do, depending on where they start off, because a lot of it's about where the other gangs start, and they've started quite near each other, so that's That's good for us. So what you probably want to do is kind of hope that they fight each other, because the other gangs seem to quite like fighting each other, and that's beneficial, because while they're killing each other they can't be killing us. So, and if they end up killing each other quite a lot, or killing each other's gang members off, that's even better. So I don't think we really want all our people there, and the escape zones are here. So I think we'll put a few people down here. I always find just, I don't know, this kind of setup, not just in this game, if you know kind of where you're going to have to escape from or somewhere, it's always good to have someone kind of there as well. So we put a few people in a kind of covering spot, so basically if they manage to grab the crate and head towards the extraction zones, maybe we can cut them off. So we will so we've got somebody here, and what we'll do for now, I'm not sure if she's got any. Okay, she's got a grenade. We'll see if we can blast that barrier, at least over time. But that's going to benefit us later on. Because what we want is a clear run through. Yeah, we'll just wait there, that's fine. And what I mean by a clear run through is we want to be able to kind of, there's a barricade, so if we can make that clear, we can go straight through to the extraction zone. That one means that if any of them are coming, because there's the salvage casket, if any of them are coming to there, we can stop them, and also it means if we get it, we've got a clear path, we can try and come round there and we don't need to worry about going down the centre. So it's generally beneficial, we hope. Like I said, it's always hard in any game to know what might benefit you later on, but until we see what they're going to do. Okay, so that's coming right near where we are, and they're going to overwatch where we are down below, which is fine. I mean, looking at the other gang members in the other gangs, they're similar. They've not got any. They're probably just higher leveled up people, but they've not got anything different weapon wise or anything by the look of it. So we're not going to be wildly afraid. And yeah, that red gang members run straight at the purple gang members, so that's good for him. Okay, so yeah. That was inevitable. I knew there was one there, but we're going to have to deal with that. So that's fine. Yeah, I'm going to wish you hadn't come there. Like I said, if you've got points, use them up. It's fine. Generally, I think the other gangs are usually, not always, but they're often kind of pretty aggressive. You do get missions, so it's interesting actually, because you do get missions where there's a mission I played before this one, just to get to this point and finish off the last sector, where there was only one other gang, and they kind of hung around on the far side of the area without really trying to do anything. And we were just able to come and snatch up all the crates and the stuff, while they just kind of stood there and watched. It was a bit strange. So sometimes they're a bit passive, but they're often quite aggressive as well. And these ones are very aggressive. I mean, they've run right up to us. Ouch. They've run right up to us into our area where we've got 3 or 4 people, and the red gang ran straight into the purple area. So, okay, we're going to have to... Yeah, okay. Like I said, when you get lots of people close, you don't want to get your own people in the way of each other. So what I mean by that is, if I put her near that one there, that would have kind of created a block, and then anyone else couldn't get past. So I decided it's best to attack this one. And as this one is melee, that's why I picked this one as well, because this one's melee. So if you attack her, sorry, it's a not melee. So if you attack with a melee against someone who's got guns, that's always going to be good, because they're not going to really hit you back much. Because what will happen is they'll be engaged in that lock thing you get. So they'll either have to disengage and waste points disengaging and running off to shoot us, or they'll have to just stand there and take it. So, okay. Another thing about this game, which is good, I like it, is that like I said, I like XCOM, but XCOM 2 is predictable in every context. Once you well, that's not very good. Once you get past the initial parts where every one of their new types turn up, it's easy to kind of predict, because you know how they're going to do everything. When you walk into an area, you'll make them aware you're there. People who've got stealth won't be discovered straight away. If they have new little groups, there'll always be groups of 3. You'll kind of know in advance what you can and can't do, and what they're going to do, and how they're going to do it. And you can almost pick when you go into an area, especially if you use some of those stealth tactics, where you can have someone sort of move into an area, see where they are before they know you're there, because they're still not discovered. You can kind of orchestrate the battles to go the way you want and start when you want. But this game's very unpredictable. You can really never quite work out what they're going to do, how they're going to go. Whether they're going to be aggressive, whether they're going to be passive. So far I'd say this is a lot more aggressive, but I don't know whether that's just I'm not happy that I killed that one, but still. Let's see what that one, actually, let's see what their health is good. Okay, I think we're going to have to we're too near, that's what that is. Yeah, we're going to have to try and kill somebody. We could have tried to injure the other one, but my guess is we wouldn't have killed them. So the best thing to do then is to kill someone. Which we did, so okay, we're 1 for 1 with them. Still not ideal. We've got to pick her because everyone else is gone. I would say this game, you feel the most of the tactics games, the turn-based games, this is the one where you feel the most attached to all your gang members, because you have less. And because you have less, I'm going to blow that up. Because you have less, you notice them more, and also because they get injured. Yeah, that's good. So because they get injured, you notice more as well. So we'll just get her there. Reload weapon, that's good. Yeah, so because they get injured, they have to have bionic limbs sometimes and full size and all these kind of things. You kind of feel, not bad, but yeah, you feel kind of bad if someone, you know, has to have a replacement arm or something. And because you've got less people, always, I mean, the most you can have is, I'm assuming 15. And you can't really have 15 because you'll need a space in your 3 sets of 5 to move people around. So you can really only have 14. So, yeah, you'll notice if they get injured or they get hurt. I was quite upset that that one got shot because that was probably our highest level person. So not sure what to do with this one. Have we got any really good things? We've got, what does that do? I want to kill them now out of vengeance because they killed our one. So that's not good. Once you start a kind of melee attack on somebody, you don't really want to have to disengage because number one, you'll waste your points, and number two, you probably won't get far enough away for them not to come back after you, so there's not really much point in disengaging, and even if you're pretty much dead, because all that will happen is you won't get far away unless you're really lucky or you've got a place you can zip line from very close, and then you'll just end up getting killed. So once you get into a melee, it's best to finish it. One way or the other, fight to the death. So you'll notice how during this ongoing battle so far, I've not had any thought about where the casket is. As far as I've seen, and they would show you if someone's gone to get the casket, nobody else has gone to get the casket. So that's something to bear in mind, because as you've seen, or as you know if you play, when everybody's dead, all the other gang members, or if it's us, let's hope not, then you only have one turn to grab any more caskets and abandon with them. So what you don't want to happen is that they all kill each other or we kill them, etc. And then the casket is somewhere far away from the extraction zones, and even if you get it, you won't be able to get out of it. So, yeah, okay. I think we're going to have to try and finish this one off. That's good because we get first shot. That's probably the worst first shot I've ever seen, but yeah, that's better. Always a good thing if you know in advance you're not going to need to move. I'm not going to move her because we need to kill this person, so you can keep using your movement points for action points. Yeah. Okay, well, they're pretty much dead. They'll probably run away. But that's fine. So yeah, I've not looked at where the casket is, even in relation to what we're doing, and I think this is going to be one of those games where everyone tries to kill each other, and whoever is left with anyone can go for the casket. we've got 2 people we put on a lower level, as we saw earlier, and we've blown through the barrier. So what we'll probably try and do is send one of those to get the casket while everybody else is fighting. That's actually sometimes a very good plan in this. Ah, he died from bleeding. Shame not. So that's gone well. So let's just see. The casket is there. It might be that we can escape with a casket. That'd be lucky if we can escape with a casket without anyone stopping us, because they're so busy shooting each other. I think we've killed 2 of the purple team. I'm not sure how the others are doing, but they seem to be having fun killing each other. I think the red team's winning. So it's possible. It's always good to keep checking this stuff, because it's sometimes very hard to work out where the zip lines are and where the bridges are and da-da-da-da-da-da. I think we want to go up there. I think when I first played this game, one of the things I found like difficult was the fact it's on this multi-level thing. But actually, now I've played it, that's part of the attraction, because it makes it very unique. And it's sometimes quite hard to work out which way you're going. You often run one direction, you have to go back and run another direction. It's like that, but like I said, that's part of the thing with this game. So I think and there's never any harm in keeping on checking where you are. So as you saw, I kept checking, I kept looking. And that has led us to get the casket. We might as well search whatever that is. It's got some giant slug meat. I'm not sure that would be what I'd want to put in a sandwich, but we've got space, we might as well have it. So now we have the casket, which is always a good thing. And I'd like to say that was all planning, but it was partially luck, because although I put a couple of people in a different area with that kind of in mind and covering the escape zones in mind, the extraction zones, also partially it was partially because they started killing each other. So, like I said, another thing that's good in this game is that the AI is pretty smart. I can think of plenty of games I've played where, not just turn-based, where we'd have got the loot or the casket or the whatever it is that you need to do or get, and we'd have just managed to do it, but you saw straight away that one of the enemy gangs came straight to where we got it, and then they've attacked us. So you don't get an easy out. At least you don't know you're going to get an easy out, and that's always the thing. because in life no one is always smart, so you don't expect... Oh, okay, well that's bad. Well, good. So our plan of getting the casket didn't really work out because they shot us. I'm not sure if she's going to have a shot on anybody in there. Nah. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just Overwatch in case they try and come down, because there's no point in sending another person up there. They've got at least 2 people watching that, so. Yeah. That demonstrated very well that problem where you have, or they have, or somebody has people killed, and then you can't keep having every turn because you haven't got enough people to have a turn, and you get 1 turn per person, and if you've lost people you don't get that turn. So that demonstrated that really well. I mean, having said that, the purple team have lost quite a lot of people too, so they're not going to get as many turns either. But that's not really any great benefit to us. So kind of want to kill that one, but and we can't really leave them there because they'll just shoot us. So sometimes you kind of have to. It is what it is, and it's a weapon, 2-handed weapon. So we'll go and melee them because they won't have a melee weapon to hit us back with. Yeah, sometimes it is what it is. They'll be there, and by leaving them there they'll just shoot, and we've got another person over there, so they'll just shoot us. So you kind of have to keep the conflict going, although I'd like to have gone after the crate, but we don't have that option, so we'll just beat the crap out of this one. Yeah, okay, that'll do. So it seems in this mission, at least, may just be this mission, may not be, that the purple team are weaker than the red team. Sometimes in the sector or the missions you go on, one team always seems to be weaker. Sometimes it's just that mission because they've sent different people, but in this mission certainly the purple team seem weaker. I know they killed a couple of ours, but we've killed 3 of theirs, so that one ran away and that's fine. We don't really care. Ideally we want someone from the red team to get killed because they're still, I think they've still got everybody. I can't remember if any of the purple team killed them, we certainly didn't. So that would be ideal. And then they'd have less turns. So that one we had waiting there, that worked out well because then she shot him. That's very good. No, I would let her do that, but I'm not sure if we can shoot them. And that guy's already had his move, so he's not going to run away anytime soon. So it's offering us a chance to miss a turn because we've got less people. I know it looks like purple team keep going and they've lost more people than us, but I'm assuming they're just taking their turns and they'll run out of turns and they'll be missing their turns in a moment. So it's hard sometimes, like with all games, to to know when to miss a turn or when you want to take your turn. But there was nothing obvious we needed to do. I would say that the only reason you would absolutely always take your turn if you got the option to miss, and they killed enough one of those purple guys, so the purple team were doing rubbish. Yeah, I would say is either if you've got someone next to an extraction zone with a crate and you want to get out, or B, if you have someone in conflict and they might need to fight back or be killed. They're the two reasons I would always take a turn rather than miss a turn. But apart from that, sometimes it's best to keep your turns. So, yeah, I think we'll take a turn now. Just so we can see what's going on. So, she needs to reload. The guy that was over there ran away. What's a dead purple team? There's the crate. So now we have to make a decision, which is, do we try and go for the crate and get away to over here, or do we try to wait maybe for them to get the crate and bring it to us? And which is not an easy decision. I don't know which is better. What we definitely don't want to be doing is sending anyone over there, because although we might be able to kill that other purple team and maybe that other red team member, then we'll be a long way away from the extraction zones and the crate, and we haven't got enough people to spare sending people in the wrong direction, which is basically what that would be. So we won't do that. So I think we will come round here. Let's see where that leaves us. I don't know if we can hit. Okay. If we can shoot up any of the red team, that would be nice. But can we? Okay. One thing this game does, which is a bit irritating, is sometimes you think, or you're clicking on a opposing gang member to shoot them, and it seems to still shoot a barricade or a bridge. I don't know why it does that. It may just be something I'm not doing right, but that's irritating. Always be aware of when you try and double check what you're shooting. It still doesn't work sometimes, but double check. Okay, so now we're rooting for that one person in the purple team to keep killing someone in the red team, because the purple team are really kind of no threat. They've only got one person left, plus they're on the other side of the mission area, so they're not going to do a lot. We can skip another turn, I think we will. And the problem now is, number one, obviously we want to get the casket, and red team has still got 5 people, but also because they've got 5, they get the chance to move when we haven't got a move, or when we have to miss a move. At some point we'd have to miss a move, so they're going to be able to position themselves and move in towards the casket, or us, where we can't. So yeah. It was unfortunate in hindsight that the purple team, who have done very badly in this, killed one of our best person, our highest rated person, very early. But it is what it is. So now we have to go anyway, and I'm of the opinion that she has to stay there. because I don't think we can shoot that one anyway, can we? No, 18% is not worth it. So she's near the extraction zones, plus we don't want to send everybody running around all over the place, so we'll just have her overwatch there. Because on the worst scenario, she'll still be there if they come down that way, and we don't know what conditions they'll be in when they get there, so maybe she can shoot a couple of them and grab the crate at the last minute. It's a like emergency plan which won't necessarily work, but once she's there, there's no point in really moving her anywhere else, considering the way the mission's gone. And they're all running around healing each other, which is fine. I mean, you know, they will have limited amounts of things just like everybody does, so. Okay. I think we need to at least move one person. So there's no point in going there. I don't care what that purple one's doing. Okay, all the thing, if we need to come round here maybe and we can shoot someone from up here or jump down, maybe. Okay. Apparently we're too far away. If you try and press on a shoot and it doesn't, that usually means they're out of range. So we could jump to there. Actually, she's got that thing somewhere. No, she hasn't. Okay, time for mind. I think we're going to have to approach this from a united front. So what I mean by that is we put all our people there, we're going to try and come around that side, we've got our other Overwatch person there, because if we split up our forces, yeah, we might have been able to get a shot, jump down there, shoot one of those, but looking at what's already happened, the chance that one of them would kill us is high, and we haven't got enough people left to be getting killed. So I think if in doubt, join forces. There's no point in having different people all over the map. Well, out of our 3 remaining people, that is. And if we're really lucky, this purple gang member will do some sort of damage to one of the red team before they die, although I'm not counting on it, as you can see. Yeah, the red team who are in this mission, they've been a lot stronger. I don't know whether it's just... Oh, that worked out well. No, it didn't actually work out well, because we shot the purple team first, and then we don't really want to kill them. We want them to not help us, but anything they do is going to frustrate the red team. It's something else for them to think about. So... in fact, the red team seems so aggressive, they're not even really thinking about getting the crate, because they killed the person we had at the crate a long time ago, and if that was me, I would have just picked up that crate and run away. But they didn't, so... we need to do something, so... And what I'm hoping that we can do... What I was hoping we could do there is shoot that red team member, but we didn't. We shot the bridge, which is annoying. Okay, now we're going to shoot you. Not a lot, but a bit. Like I said, you have to do something, so... No, I think we'd rather... Overwatch. Might as well reload as well. As with all games, it's always don't worry about that thing where it says you're in an unsafe zone, it just moves you a little bit one way or the other. I don't even know what it does, so it's a bit strange. But... Okay. Yeah, it's always a toss-up when whether you're going to be aggressive or defensive, and when to be aggressive, when to be defensive. It's always a difficult thing to know. Good, set them on fire. I think this purple gang member's going to last long. Oh, there you go. Famous first words, because I was right. I would say that the purple gang were not necessarily just weaker, but they also adopted very bad tactics, because that guy, again, he just stood there and he tried to set fire to the red gang member, but basically he was almost dying, so there was not much point because he got shot. They have a lot of medical kits, these guys, don't they? That was the worst shot ever. And that's like all games. If you miss, and they miss in every game, then that really is not helpful. But when you've got, especially when you've got very few people left, and you miss, we hit him, that's entirely not helpful. So we've got no one left to move, so we have to miss our turn, unfortunately. I'm not quite sure what to make of this new level. It's been a bit strange because the one gang, I know they killed some of our guys early, but they were quite simple to kill, and they're all dead now. And the other gang have been difficult. I think it doesn't. What's made it difficult in a kind of mid-mission analysis is that the purple gang came after us, and more than the red gang. So what I mean is they came to kill us. They killed a couple of our people. We killed, I think, 2 or 3 of theirs in the same little area where we started. And so that's made it easier for the red gang. How that would have been if the red gang had come running at us, and I'm not sure whether they'd have done any better. So it may just be the fact that the purple gang were kind of hell-bent on killing us for no reason, and that didn't really work out well for them. But it's not worked out very well for us. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to pick well. Because he's got a medical kit, so that's good. And there's 2 of them there, so we don't really want to be shooting it out with them. Ideally I need to use that entrenched thing, so we'll use it as a servo shot because we know that will hit. That's like 100% hit all the time. It doesn't do the greatest damage, but we know it won't do very much damage at all. But it's always gonna do something. So we've got quite a lot of points. You can afford to do more than one thing. We'll see if we can mind scramble some of these people as well. Basically, I think what you need to do in this game is you need to use everything you can think of sometimes. So we've used some gas, we've used servo things, we've done all the things we can do. It is easier, I will say one thing, it's obviously a lot easier for the AI in this because we'll have to use her because she's a bit injured, we can't just leave her standing there like that. Because obviously they can easily work out routes. Whereas, as you've seen, and as you can imagine if you've played this and if you've seen it, it's much more difficult for a human to easily just snap and work out which way to go, which way is the best way, whereas if you're AI, you already know. It's simple. So what else has she got? So they do have an advantage there, whatever else. They can easily work out, sometimes they work out really complicated ways to go to places. I might as well, I want to shoot one of those, but I'll just do it. That'll do. Yeah, sometimes they go on, the enemy gangs go on really complicated routes to get to places, which they do get to, but they're routes that you just wouldn't be able to work out because they're using zip lines and they're using bridges going backwards and forwards and lifts, and it's almost impossible to work out where they're going to go. Okay, we expected to get shot a bit, but that's fine. That's why we use medical kits. That's what medical kits are for. So, as I kind of thought from the beginning of this mission, we'll save one move till later in case they do anything shocking. This is going to end up being a war of attrition. They're just going to try to kill us. That's going to be bad. That's going to be worse than bad. So yeah, that wasn't good. But you know, it is what it is. So that one died, but we didn't have any. We didn't do anything wrong. What I mean is, we used all our possibilities with servo attacks and healing, and we used a confusion bomb. So we used every single thing it was possible to use, and they still died, so there's nothing you can do about that. So we might have to consider retreat, which is not a thing I would normally want to do, but they have 5 people, of which none are particularly badly hurt, and we have 2 of which one's not doing well at all. So I'm gonna consider that we might need to run away. Because what you don't know in this game is what will happen to the people. They won't, no one, well, I think they can die permanently, but also they can all get injuries, and what we don't want is for everybody to be really badly injured and have replacements, because if you have to use implement replacements, they cost money, quite a lot of money, which is fine in the past because I've had to use 1 or 2 in the whole sector, but if everyone gets injured in one mission, we won't be able to do that with everybody. So the chance that we will get the casket now, I'd say, is about 0. So there's no point. And like I said, it was, if we played this mission again, and that's how I always look at things, what would we do differently? Well, not much, because luckily she's there. So because the problem was originally, and it didn't work well for the purple team, and that's like any any conflict, the two of the three sides attacked each other, which is us and the purple team. Well, they attacked us, but we killed a lot of them, and that really wiped them out. They killed a few of us, and that left the other team, regardless of whether they were actually a stronger side, according to the points at the beginning they weren't, that left them kind of dominant, because we killed off too many of each others to ever compete with them. And what with the fact they had all their gang members intact, and they had quite a lot of medical kits and things like that, it was impossible. So at a certain point, you know, this is a game of different missions. You don't lose by not going through one mission. So if sometimes running away is the better part of valour, as they say, and all we got to show for that is some giant slug meat. How fantastic. So that's a good example. So she's got she's XP because she had a blow to the head. That could have been worse, but still not fantastic. And she's lost something, toughness and max toughness. Again, it's not an amputation or something. She survived. And they've all got mental debuffs rather than physical ones, which is bad, but it could have been worse. So let's just see if it says on our little medical chart. Yeah, she already had that from before, so they carry injuries from before. So I was very keen in that mission not to let our leader or our queen get killed again or get injured for no reason. And again, that's what it is. If I'd thought there was a chance of getting the caskets and succeeding, I would have done something and continued, but there was no chance against 5 of them, so we didn't. So okay, so there you go. That's a mission on the next level up, which was difficult, as you saw, and we failed, as you saw. It wasn't undoable, because I don't think the red team were invincible. It's just the way the mission panned out, and if we did that mission again, the purple team might not fight us straight away. They might fight the red team. That happens often, and it would have worked out better for us, and we'd have been in a situation with 5 people and they'd have had 3 or none. So it wasn't due to the fact that this level is impossible. It was just the fact that those new gangs are impossible. It was just the way the mission panned out. We'll get another mission next time, and I'll probably play the next mission just to see if we can do better, hopefully. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.